Hello everybody, it's Lady Kaylah here, and welcome to the Geekdom. Today I'm going to have this very short discussion about what ruins adaptations. And I know we all have these different ideas about what ruins adaptations, and a lot of us would like to say they didn't add a character, or they didn't, add a scene, or they took out this scene, they took out this guy, they took out this, and just I don't think that's what generally ruins adaptations. I think it can ruin an adaptation, especially if what they take out or add in is just clashes with everything else that they've set up. But it's just like when you make an adaptation, you have to adapt to the new format. So I understand that some things are going to have to be added in, I understand some things are going to have to be taken out, and it's just the fact of life. It just happens with adaptations. And so I don't think that's necessarily what ruins an adaptation. I think what ruins adaptations for me is when they change the essence of a character and keep the story or the scenes the same. See, sometimes, when something gets adapted, they want you to either sympathize with the character or hate the character or something about the character, and so they start making the character do things or act a certain way that wasn't original to the character. So they change the essence of the character, they change the character motivations, they change who the character is, but they keep the scenes the same. Now this ruins adaptations because who the character is explains why the character does what they do. So if you change who the character is and you keep the scenes the same, all of a sudden you're going to be like, wait, why did the character do that? That doesn't really match up with the character. The character is explained this way, yet they're doing this, and so it just doesn't add up. And so I see this a lot where they just change the essence of the character, but they're like, oh, the story's good, so we'll just keep the story the same. And it clashes, it doesn't go, it doesn't make sense. Just who the character is everything. It explains why the character acts the way they do, and yet they'll just be like, oh, this is a good story, but we want to switch up the character a little bit to either make them a little bit more simple or a little more sympathetic or whatever their idea is. And it's just like, no, it doesn't work that way. You have to keep the character who they are. You don't have to, keep them word for word, line by line, everything from the original, but at least capture the essence of the character, so when they do progress through the storyline and they do go out and make their decisions, it makes sense. So that's why I think adaptations get ruined sometimes, because it just doesn't really match up. So I would like to know what you guys think ruins your adaptation. I'm sorry, I've got all mixed up there. I'm sorry, but I would like to know what ruins adaptations for you. There, that makes more sense. That definitely made more sense. And I know we all have different ideas of what makes a good adaptation and not. So I would really like to hear what you think. Personally, that was just something that I was like, yeah, totally. Me and my friend were discussing this, we were like, yeah, it's just when the character and what they do doesn't match up, that's when it gets all messed up for me. And I'm like, yeah, totally, that's what I think as well. So I know there's tons of different ways an adaptation can get messed up. Oh boy, do I know. And I would like to know what you guys think, so let me know in the comments down below. If you need to contact me outside of YouTube, all the links are in the description below, my Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, so on and so forth. And thank you for your time. Bye.